In 1979, the Iranian people successfully shattered a long-standing absolute monarchy. The momentum of the populace was undeniable. The revolution's leader, Ayatollah Khomeini, promised a democratic republic. He appointed opposition veteran Mehdi Bazargan as interim prime minister to oversee the transition. But it was a trap. Without structural safeguards in place, radical Islamists exploited the political vacuum. They violently purged the opposition and installed Veyat-e-Faqih, a strict system of absolute clerical rule. The 1979 revolution remains a masterclass in a stolen democratic transition. The Iranian people lacked a bulletproof plan for the days following the overthrow, leaving them with a 45-year legacy of terror. Fast forward to today. The current regime sits on a societal fault line, ready to violently rupture at any moment. This poses a massive dilemma for the international community. When the theocracy inevitably falls, how do we prevent another chaotic hijacking of the government? The answer lies in a highly detailed, globally recognized blueprint for the day after, engineered by the longest-standing political coalition in Iran's history. Lasting regime change relies on a meticulously designed institutional firewall, ready to deploy the second the dictatorship collapses. That blueprint comes from the National Council of Resistance of Iran, or NCRI, and the MEK, the People's Mojahedin Organization of Iran. Together, they carry a 60-year history of battling the tyrannies of both the absolute rule of the Shah and the mullahs. What makes this coalition of 457 members unique is its demographic makeup. Women, including President-elect Maryam Rajavi, represent over 50%. This document is Maryam Rajavi's 10-point plan, the foundational legal document designed to dismantle theocratic rule. It reverses the failures of 1979 with specific, binding provisions: the separation of religion and state, complete gender equality, and the total dissolution of the IRGC. This platform is a reverse-engineered firewall, targeting the exact systemic vulnerabilities that allowed the authoritarian takeover 45 years ago. This flowchart maps the explicit mechanism for transferring power. Phase 1, a 6-month provisional government organizes free elections. Phase 2, a constituent assembly is formed, mandating the provisional government's immediate resignation. Phase 3, the assembly appoints a 2-year government to execute a public referendum. The roadmap uses this forced dissolution to return power to the people, creating a structural barrier against post-revolutionary power grabs. The 10-point plan is backed by a financially self-sufficient network operating on a massive global scale, as well as deep underground inside Iran. Take Ashraf 3 in Albania. It operates as a massive structural center, housing thousands of resistance members and survivors who endured regime torture. While underground resistance units navigate the dangers within Iran's borders, the Iranian diaspora mobilizes in the open, organizing massive, highly coordinated rallies across Western capitals. The resistance has spent decades building a ready-to-deploy state apparatus. When the theocracy fractures, a competent democratic infrastructure is already standing by. This roadmap has achieved a broad geopolitical consensus, now functioning as an internationally recognized blueprint. This document is House Resolution 166, introduced in the 119th United States Congress and driven by 150 bipartisan House members. The resolution explicitly calls for supporting the 10-point plan to ensure a democratic, secular, peaceful, and non-nuclear republic. That legislative backing is mirrored by declarations from 34 legislative bodies, 137 former world leaders, and 80 Nobel laureates. The world faces a clear choice: risk the severe geopolitical chaos of an unplanned regime collapse, or formally recognize the meticulously engineered blueprint that finally finishes the democratic revolution stolen in 1979.